Greetings from Bermuda, this is BDA Limey. Welcome to Banners of Ruin, another deck building roguelike game. I'm jumping in for the first time today. Let's give it a go, see what it's like. We should probably play the tutorial. Okay, the Blackfoots have been dealt a mighty blow by the fearsome House Ender. Landon seeks his revenge. You and others loyal to the cause have been tasked with bringing the great city of Dawn's Point to its knees. The odds are against you. The information. This hotbar displays the number of cards in your deck, the number of members in your party, and the florins in your possession. Click icon to view your deck. These are all the cards you'll take into combat with you. This includes any cards that your characters are carrying. If they die, the cards go too. Okay. I do like the art in this game. It's very nice. Okay, view your party. Try clicking the party icon to go into the party screen and view your characters. You can see all the characters in your party. It's a small party for now and you're in bad shape. Try selecting your character. This view, you can see all the cards the character has equipped. The character has his crude hatchet equipped as their primary weapon card. Okay. Crude hatchet is a one-handed axe, as indicated in the top right of the card. The secondary slot is free and could take another one-handed weapon card. Two-handed weapons can take up both the weapon slots. Okay. Street lanes. Your campaign will take place across several streets, each with an elite enemy at its end. Each lane in the street leads to a service. Once you're done with the service and fight the elite, you'll move to the next street. Okay, sure. Campaign cards. It looks like some guards are in your way. The cards on the left and right have counters. After selecting a card, any counters on the remaining cards will tick down. When they reach 0, they'll be removed from the street. Okay, so basically we get to pick one of these. Your character is badly hurt. You should take the herbal remedy and heal up if you're going to survive the next fight. Okay. Last remaining Blackfoot brew you brought with you is leaking, but the foul liquid will still work its magic. Heal party to 100%. Okay. Then that one goes away because counter reaches 0. Enter combat. You need to regroup with your companion, who must be somewhere in the center lane. You'll have to resolve that combat to see what's further down the street. Okay, so some cards we can't pick, and then we pick this one. Okay, vitality and armor. Vitality is a character's health. Which is 0, the character will die and be removed from your party. Vitality persists across combats. Defense is granted by a character's armor and blocks damage. This is applied at the start of each combat. But armor can be acquired later in the game. Okay. So tattered male start each combat with 14 armor. Okay. Stamina and will. All your characters have a stamina left and will right stats. Stamina replenishes to its max value each turn, will does not. Cards cost stamina and will to play. The character can only play a card if they have enough each stat. So presumably the stamina cost is in the yellow box and the will cost is in the blue box. Enemies come in all shapes and sizes. They have vitality and defense just like you. Use a range of abilities. You can see what an enemy will do on their next turn by looking at their intent, which is below. There's 8 damage and applies status effect. Defense, I guess. Okay. These enemies intend to attack you for 8 damage each. You can see who an enemy is targeting by hovering over them. The target will be outlined in red. Okay. Enemies attack in the order of their position. These enemies are both on the front rank, and the counter is on the back rank too. Weapon cards can only be played by the character wielding that weapon. The symbol at the top of the card matches the character's symbol. Okay. By using crude hatchet to attack the enemy. So let's target. So So your character gained charge. Charge is a status effect. Statuses can trigger at various points in combat. You can hover a status to see what it does. Charge increases the damage of your next attack. Okay. Multi-attack. Some cards deal several attacks at once, such as Rush, which deals 1 damage 3 times. With multi-attacks, charge is applied to each attack in the chain. Try it on an enemy. Should we try and finish off this first one then, maybe? You showed them you're out of stamina, but one of your cards costs 0 to play. Time to use it. Deal 6 damage to the opponent with the lowest vitality. Just takes his shield off. Can't play any more cards, so... In fact, does that do anything? On turn start, if he has 3 or more allies, their shield is raised to 10. Okay, no, he doesn't. At the end of the turn, all your cards in your hand go to the discard pile. At the start of your next turn, you'll draw cards to your hand from your draw pile. If there are enough cards in your draw pile, discard shield to draw. Okay, so standard stuff. Enemy is planning to do you more damage. Best stop that. You sharpen steel to finish him off. Deal weapon damage 8 and apply bleed. At the end of combat, your party is awarded XP that is split between characters. You may also find florins and a choice of 1 card to add to your deck. Pick a card you'd like to add, but you don't have to. Okay, so standard stuff. Protection, gain shield equal to the total shield of adjacent allies on rank. Stamina, 0 will, expensive, or least expensive. Colossal Smash, remove all your shield, deal damage equal to the amount lost. Heavy Blow, deal weapon damage plus 8. Let's take Heavy Blow. That sounds fun. I assume we just... Okay, we're going to click on it to take it. Okay. Move on. Your character leveled up. When a character levels up, you can choose to give them an extra point in stamina or will. They'll also unlock either a talent or a passive ability. Passives are status effects that are pre-applied to a character each combat and can't be removed. Talents are cards unique to that character that only they can play, just like weapon cards. Okay. Let's upgrade stamina. Seems more useful. And this is sparkling, so I guess we can do something here. This is our talent that we can pick. Choose a card. Rising Storm. Lose all stamina. Gain twice that amount in attack. Or in charge, sorry. Eager Strike deals 6 damage twice. Select another ally, they gain 1 stamina. Tempering, if this character has charge, lose all charge and draw 2 cards. Let's go just for a big attack. Big attacks. Friend. Congratulations, you emerge victorious, revealing your companion. Select an old friend to add them to your party. Any cards he's carrying will be added to your deck. Oh no, you've been ambushed. Ambush blocks all the remaining lanes. Resolving any one of these cards removes them all. Okay, does it? Which? Assuming not. Okay, enemies on different ranks attack on alternating turns. The next rank to attack is indicated by the red bar at their feet. Kill all enemies on the active rank. The opponent's turn is skipped. Okay. Simple characters. Cards are played by the active character. Cards can only be played if this character has enough stamina and will. And then talent cards can only be played by their wielders. Cards in your hand are highlighted if they can be played by the active character. By changing the active character to your companion by selecting the bear. Okay, can we just do this at will? Now that your companion is selected, you can play their weapon card. They have a sparring sword equipped. This sword attacks an entire rank. Attacking an opponent on the active rank. It's the front rank. 8 damage to everybody. That's pretty sweet. Although they do have a lot of shield. Oh, look at that damage. But wait, if you hover the two front enemies, you'll see they both intend to attack your bear. Dude, that's going to be a lot of damage. It is. Some cards will apply extra defense, but an even better option would be to evade the attacks altogether. Targeted intents. When you hover an enemy, any targets they intend to attack are highlighted, but an icon also appears in the center of the screen indicating how they're targeting you. This icon means they'll attack the frontmost character in the indicated lane, and it's the most common type you'll see from enemies using melee weapons. This. Okay. Unfortunately, this means this type of attack can be evaded by moving to another lane or by moving a character behind another, just to make sure the front character can soak up damage. Okay, yeah, our mouse, despite being smaller, actually has more health than the big bear. That makes sense. Withdraw. What a stroke of luck you draw. Withdraw, which lets you move a character to another position. This will consume your bear's single point of will for this combat, but avoids them taking significant damage. Oh, and he also has more shield, actually. Play withdraw to move your bear to another lane, okay. 5 shield. Okay, and move them behind then. Your bear is safe, but they're out of stamina, so you should switch back to your mouse to play more cards. We have a rush in our hand, but without any charge it doesn't deal very much damage. Thankfully, mice have another trick up their sleeves. Each race of animal has their own ability, unique to them, which can be used at any time in combat by spending 1 will point. Hover the ability button to see a description or view them all from the main menu's unlock screen. So for each hit in your next attack, gain 3 charge, remove 1 thing and 1 charge from the target. 1 fury, okay. Mouse's ability reduces an opponent's stacks of charge and fury. Also gains your character 3 charge for every hit in the attack. The ability button on the top of the screen to activate it. Okay. You can either play rush or strike, each leading to a slightly different outcome. By playing strike against one of the front enemies, this will only trigger your ability once, but sets you up with more charge for rush. Okay, so him. Now rush will deal a total of 12 damage to its target. It would be a waste of damage to attack the remaining front opponents, so play rush against the rear enemy instead. Okay. Neither of your characters can play any more cards. It's time to end your turn. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so they were attacking... Interesting. So they were attacking the bear as long as he was on the front row. So by moving to the back row, he evaded. So they didn't transfer their attacks to the mouse. Okay, play your remaining attacks to finish the enemies off. We've got 8 damage. If it breaks the target shield, gain 2 charge. That costs 1 stamina. The mercy, 6 damage to the opponent with the lowest vitality. Damage. Okay, so you can actually kill them just with these 3. So that. With that, you emerge victorious after 3 rounds. Take Florins and gain a card. Poison tip. Apply 3 poison. Damage equal to stacks of poison at the start of the target's turn increases by 1 by each turn. Well, that's nice. Usually poison, these status effects go down. The damage equal to stacks of crippled on opponent. If you don't have anything that deals crippled. I don't think, unless the bear had any stuff. Strategy, each time you move, gain 5 charge. Each time you move an opponent, deal 5 damage. Vanish. Let's take the poison. Since fun. Okay, congratulations, you've completed the tutorial. Here, in a typical run, you would enter the city and continue your foray into the streets of Dawn's Point. It's time to wage war against House Ender. Okay. That was the tutorial. So far, so straightforward. Let's begin a game for real. Well, let's just go with me. Okay, so we're starting with both. Full health. Tunnel walls, can't do anything there. Forgotten tunnel. Raucous laughter echoes down the dark, damp tunnel. The Enders won't suspect a thing. You emerge from the black and find yourself in one of the guard bunks. Where the devils did you come from? You can't be here. Okay, so... I guess this is his racial ability. Remove all the stacks of bleed, crippled, poison, and winded. Gain 3 defense per stack removed. Okay. What are they doing? They're attacking. They're both attacking the bear. The target, if the position behind them is vacant, move them into it. So if we do that, that reduces, that splits them up. Right, because only one lane attacks at any one time. Intense shield spawns take cover. My 5 shield to an ally and banish. Okay, so we've got no attack cards. Sure, so let's try kicking him. Is he still attacking? It says he's still got attack, but I don't see anybody highlighted, so I would assume not. If he's going to attack the bear, well, the bear can put up 5 shield. Takes him up to 11, so he's not going to take any damage. Gain momentum. Okay, let's gain that on him because Mouse is the one with the multi-attack. Play that. Discard. It doesn't matter because we discard our hand, right? And we could play that. Is there any point in doing that? Our stamina resets to full each turn. Our shield carryover? Really don't remember. Don't know. Let's assume not. Let's just end our turn. 11 and 14. Let's see what happens. Okay, it does. So, lock stays on. And now he's attacking. So this is a disadvantage to having moved them all. Okay, we've got to do 22 damage to kill him. That is the bear. Surely we can do it. Okay, I've got the mouse selected. If this breaks the target shield, gain 2 charge. I will. So that's probably a good idea. Does the charge only stay... Oh no, the charge he had. It's used up again, okay. Okay, with 5 damage from there, I guess. Let's switch to the bear and add 8 damage with that. Kills him. So he's not going to get to attack, and because the shield carries over and our stamina replenishes to full, we might as well use that on him. Okay, done. plate armor thing glow in. Sure. Okay, we finish him off. Active characters front rank plus 4 damage. This will do 10 damage. We lost our charge. Maybe charge doesn't carry over from round to round. Or more damage needed. Okay. Money, gain a card. Withdraw, apply 5 shield to a party member, move and swap them to another position. Sacrifice all party members, gain 3 bleed. Apply double your party's total bleed to a target. Natural selection, if a target opponent has more health than the active character, draw a card. If less health, discard a card. Let's try withdraw. Okay. Can we do anything with the characters right now? No, I guess. Okay, it's 175 of 500 XP, so we can't do anything until they level up. Let's take a quick look at what's in our deck. Apart from the ones that are specific to a character, I'm not quite sure which cards are coming from each character. I guess we don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, so now we've got 2 copies of Withdraw. Guess that's, we got a lot of stuff that gives us block. Careful we don't dilute our deck too much. Okay, let's enter the city. You open the hatch and enter the city. To districts. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of the map here, isn't it? So, oh, this was what it was saying about. Was this what it was saying about? Basically 3 things and then an elite. Or was the elite? No, the 3 things here, then an elite. 3 things here, then another elite, and then 3 things, and then final boss or something. Not sure. Would we like combat, or combat? Let's take combat. Okay. 3 spearmen. We would like the one that damages everything in the rank. Don't have it. Okay, he's attacking the mouse, and him. That's pretty chunky damage. So if we withdraw the mouse, then they don't get to attack anybody. If they don't retarget. But yeah, we do have to use our 1. Well, that's probably a good idea while there are 3 of them up. Is it? Well, next turn they're all just going to target him. Well, no, it does give us a little more time. So sure, let's withdraw him there. So now they're attacking nobody. They're attacking him. Attacking me for 8. Guard it, or do I just want to hit? Well, I can hit with him, right? So let's guard with Wendell. And switch to him. Strike. Still hit from the back. Discard a card, gain 3. I'm assuming I can't play that and not discard a card. Can. But does this carry over? We thought it didn't last time. Let's see. Evaded. Okay, it does. 8 damage, attacks all targets on rank. That is definitely what we want. All going for him. Each hit in your next attack gain 3. Oh, we can't do that. That needs 1. Those points, and he doesn't have any. Oh no. Okay, no, that's the mouse's ability, sorry. Dude. If we want to play... Yeah, if we want to play a longsword, we've got to select him. I mean, that seems to make sense. Gets rid of 1. They're both targeting him, so... I'm slightly confused that he's got 0 will and he's got 1 will, yet we move the mouse. I guess we can use withdraw to swap. Can we use it to swap those two? Maybe we actually don't need to there. No, just do. That is the mouse. Kill one of them. Did nothing. Okay, weird. I was expecting that to switch them. That's annoying. Okay, well, what we got? 6 damage coming in. He's got 8 shield. That's fine. So we'll just 10. And hopefully, just in with that. Florence card. Deadly Harvest. Deal damage equal to stacks of cripple on opponent. Apply 3 marked to the target enemy rank. If there is more than 1 race on the rank, apply Overwhelm as well. Marked when this character dies. Stacks of vulnerable equal to marked are applied to members of the party. Stack by 1 each turn. Seems complicated. Deal damage, gain 2 preparation. At the start of your turn, draw an additional card from each stack. When this character dies, apply it to the target enemy rank. So that's me when any character on that rank dies. Stacks of vulnerable applied to members of the party. I don't know, I guess we should try it. Let's try. Continue. Execute Sanctuary or Wishing Well. It's left begging for life at your feet. Sanctuary, whether the sanctuary stands at the side of the street. Many sick and whimpering people crouch in the doorway. Spelling mistake, sadly. Guessing if that heal, I don't know whether this is a chance to heal. That's exactly what it is. A decision to make. Gain a random upgrade token. Don't know what an upgrade token is. Let's go find out. A humble stone well reveals itself to you in the center of the street. A frail old beggar kneels beside it. Approach the well to find the beggar muttering a low, quiet prayer. Most folk don't know what this is, the beggar whispers without lifting his bowed head. I see the crow's foot on your cloaks. Speak his name and he shall reward you. Okay, wealth. You can see an old token lodged inside the well within arm's reach. Gain lucky charm. Or humility. Kneel beside the beggar and pray. Remove a card from your deck. Gain a random upgrade token. Let's go for wealth. Okay. Oh, okay. So does this mean the upgrade token is gain 10 florins? So whatever card we put it on, when we play it, we will gain 10 florins. we should then put it on a card we will probably always play, like this one. Do it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Assuming it upgraded it. And we moved it. In cards with or without upgrades. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Alright. Get more money, always good. Fight or flight. The way looks clear. Or does it? Enter elite combat. Heavy patrol. Your attention turns to the clatter of heavy steel as several armoured men cross your path. Sly, helmet-muffled voices hurl insults at the common folk as they move through the crowds. Or Blackfoot agents. While the pair of Blackfoots move onwards through the streets, you recognise them from the Black Church. They'll deal with any trouble you'd rather not. Discards a random combat. What is this? This card will start a combat encounter. Okay. Okay. So if we don't pick this and we pick this, then we're going to have to do this next go. Unless a new card comes in here, we can pick, I guess. Or we can pick these now to get rid of one of these. I don't fancy doing an elite combat just yet. Let's do some more normal combats first. So let's use the Blackfoot agents. Oh, random. I thought we were going to get a choice. Okay. Well, we can do a random fight, a standard combat here. So let's do that. Blimey, he looks a bit tough. All attacking for 10. All attacking the bear for 10 will kill him. So we should probably do something about that. Yikes. Okay. Round shield, gain 10 defense, spawns take cover. Oh, but that's a mouse card. Gotta play it on the mouse. But it does give us this card that we could use on our bear. So he'll be on 11. Still taking a lot of damage. Let's do it. Apply 5 to an ally. Okay. Each hit in your next attack gain 3 so we should have done that. Charge up, and done rush. Well, too late now. Guess I don't know whether to kill this guy or not. I suspect probably not. Guess we just do as much damage to him as we can. Which is going to be these 2 cards. But yeah, that will kill him. We lose the effect of the bleed, but saving the damage is a good idea, I think. And we now are stamina. Our turn. Now all of our shield cards show up. Okay, attacking the mouse, he's attacking him. 6. Okay, so let's just kick him. No, he's not attacking. So we're just gonna deal with him, switch to the mouse. these now on him. And you know what? While we've got it, yeah, let's apply this to party member, move, swap them to another position. Let's put him on the back row. And done. Lead on me. I missed that he was going to do that. Okay. So his next attack that he does, he's going to do 10. Turn end, this character gains charge equal to stacks of fury, and fury increases by 2. Okay, so he is getting pretty powerful pretty quickly. Gain 15 shield, character gains pacified, cannot play cards. Okay. Well, he's tanking for 6, he's got tons of shield. This is free to play, let's just do that now. So, right, when he dies, stacks are vulnerable equal to the marker applied to members of the party. Okay, so we can put vulnerable on him if we kill him quickly, basically. So let's do that. We're going to avoid his attack, but that's fine. Momentum, discard a card, gain 3 charge. On him. Play that. Discard that, confirm. Oh, and the bleed is going through the block. Ah, okay. Yikes. Did not pay close enough attention to that. Okay, well, Rush is going to be pretty good. It's going to do 18 damage. Which is more than we need to kill him. Him. We've got 13 cards in our draw pile, so we're actually not going to draw this one again, probably. So I don't know who's got the most attack cards. Well, yeah, either of them can use the regular attack cards, so I guess that doesn't matter. We could equally get one of them, so yeah, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's just play that. Discard that. Take 6 damage. Oh Lord, we gotta kill him fast. Need a way to get bleed off. That's horrendous. Oh, hang on. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oh, but hang on, we can't do that. That's on the bear. That's on the bear. Okay. Well, do that. He's hitting me for six. Okay, I've still got the shield, so the attack damage is not a problem. It's just the bleed that's a problem. Oh, maybe that will kill him. The start of their turn, yes, it will. We're good. just end our turn. Okay. Gravely wounded though. Upper hand deals 6 damage. Apply upper hand. When this character deals a total of 30 damage to an opponent, they gain 1 max stamina this combat. That's quite nice. Vanguard. 6 damage if active characters rank +4. We've already got one of those. Weapon damage +8. Let's take up a hand. And our characters have leveled up. Okay. So, Mr. Mouse. Upgrade stamina or will? Stamina. Choose Tempering. If this character has charge, lose all charge and draw 2 cards. Deal 3 times 3 to an opponent's lane, but shuffle an injury into discard. It doesn't tell us what an injury is, but I'm guessing at best it's a card we can't play. God, that could be super powerful though. Plague Doctor. Whenever this character receives damage from poison, a random ally gains 3 restoration. It's vitality for every stack of restoration. Huh. Let's go for Reckless Burst. That could be a game winner. And we've got nothing else we can do here. Wendley. Pick your talent. Raw, apply 2 stacks of Overwhelm. For every stack of Overwhelm, this character receives 25% more damage from attacks. How's that different from Vulnerable? Sure. Corner, deal weapon damage times for every stack of Winded this character has. Carapace, gain 5 Retaliate. Whenever this character receives damage from an attack, they deal damage equal to the stack's Retaliate back. Attackers using ranged weapons not affected, removed at the start of the next turn. Time you take damage this turn, gain 5 Retaliate. I like that, it's expensive. This might be better, gaining Vanish and gaining Charge and Overwhelm. Upgrade Stamina or Will. Let's go for Stamina. Okay. We need to heal. God. Buy cards. Knife Merchant. Buy cards. Combat. I do not want combat. The defensive stances are remarkable, so this will presumably give us some kind of defensive card. Probably some kind of offensive card. I'd like some kind of healing card, but I guess I'm not going to get it. Let's go for Brawlers. Another copy of Withdraw for 225. We've got 366. Gain shield equal to the total shield of adjacent allies on the rank. Brace, gain anticipation. The next incoming damage to this character is reduced to 0. Increases the stamina cost of this card by 1 this combat. That might help keep our mouse alive. I don't know, each character in your rank gains 8 defense. Well, let's try Brace. Search party. They've stumbled across you. One of them figured you out and alerted the others. Oh dear. Just don't take bleed damage. Was there anything that told us last time we were going to deal bleed? We were going to get bleed? This is 5 damage to the opponent's rank. Prioritizes the front rank. Oh, so okay, so moving is not going to help him. But if we put him on a rank on his own, then this will only deal damage to him. That's dealing damage to him, so we really need to move him. Fortunately, we can. Oh, actually, hang on, that's targeting both of them. If I move him, what's going to happen? I don't know. Let's find out. Apply. Apply defense to him, move him there. Okay. Let's get him out of the way. He's safe. 20 damage coming in on Wendeley. It's fairly bad. I don't like kicking because I've got that card that does damage to everybody in the rank. But if I don't do that, I'm taking a heck of a lot of damage. So I kind of think I gotta get rid of him. Okay. This card, not really, no. Let's get rid of his shield. Oh, but is it when we deal 25 more damage to this character? I thought it was to any character. Okay, that's not going to work on him, is it? Will it hit him? Okay, let's do that. We can play it without needing to discard a card, which is nice. Attacking Wendeley. 10. Okay, let's hit him with that. Oh, we should have done this first. Done that first, put overwhelm on him. Also, we need to remember about these. Not been doing. Oh, wow, okay. Ha! Killed. These guys can attack the back rank. Well, let's just play that. These are not attacking now. Could apply that and move him up. Apply that on him to give him some shield and move him back. But yeah, I think that's probably not worth it. I don't think it's going to matter, so let's not play that. Okay, so they are both attacking him. Just him. So we could move him out of the way. He damage to all targets on the rank. that's his car. Play on him to break his armor, but can we kill the other one? Ranks, this is only doing 6 damage. Is it? Or okay, but the next incoming damage is reduced to 0. So one of these is reduced to 0, so then we've only got to protect 12. So he can spend 2. So let's do that. Oh, I can't quite kill him. So we need to use that now to protect him. Okay, actually, do that. And we might as well play that because we've got the stamina and our stamina is getting refilled. Okay, so anticipation triggers before the defense. What's he doing now? Oh, impale. What's he's going to inflict blood? Any opponent hit again, it deals damage to the lane as well. This symbol implies oh, lane. This is a lane, but he's getting hit. I guess it makes sense. It's a spear. It's impaling us. Bummer. We can't move. Oh, and it's going to bleed. Well, it's not. No. If any opponent hit receives vitality damage, he's not going to, because we've both got more shield. So I think we can just hit him with that, hit him with that, give him a little more shield. Why not? Give the mouse more shield, why not? To an ally. I think we're alright. Yeah. You're protected as no bleed damage. It doesn't have that. Okay. So what's he doing now? 5. Okay, so this is a rank. This is a lane. Okay, so we'll do that. Not going to be able to kill him. Not doing much damage, so that's fine. That helps us. Injury into discard. Let's play this and see what it. Oh, wait. This is going to damage him as well. Let's not do that. Just end our turn there. Okay, surely we can finish him off now. Shit. Strike. Okay. Experience Strike. Deal 5 damage each time you play this card in combat, plus 5 damage. If unplayed during cleanup, damage is reset. Okay. Yeah, I'll go for that. Alright. is it going to take us to get to here? How many of these cards? Oh, is this telling us how many are in the deck? 12, 10, and 11 before we reach here. Helping Hand, provisions. That seems pretty good. A hooded figure stops in your path. May the wind always be at your back. Deal penalty damage for every stack of bleed on this character. For each character in the back rank character gains one vigor. It's vigor. Don't know. And how does this work? I guess if deal 3 vitality damage to a target enemy, I guess. Every stack of bleed on our character. Let's take this. I don't know what vigor is. Let's find out. Intelligence. You find a letter from your superiors detailing important information concerning the enemy. Extra experience. That seems good. Courage. A chance to improve. This will take some guts. Strength can be found through adversity. Crossroads. Clear the street to this depth. Thinking level up. Ooh, okay. Do that. Some guards approach. You need to act quickly. Who do you counsel? It's character to level up. Do we gain vitality when we level up? I'm hoping so. Let's see. 9. With their advice, you narrowly avoid an open combat. They seem proud of their achievement, acknowledging their quick wits. Level up. Level 3. He gained 2 vitality by the looks of it. Does this mean we can do? Okay, we can upgrade stamina or will. Let's actually keep on the stamina for now. What's this? Use a passive. Wrathful. At the start of their turn, if they have less than 30% vitality, they gain 1 rage. Yeah, what he does at the moment, whenever it deals damage, that damage is doubled. If this character plays a talent, 1 random card in the hand becomes 0 stamina cost. One in this character's rank starts combat with 1 vigor. Okay, there's vigor. Next time the character loses stamina, it's refunded and the vigor is removed. Let's take Wrathful, given he's struggling a bit at the moment. Okay, Crossroads. Combat. Regular. What is this? In harder combat? Let's try it. Very ill-advised when I've got somebody on 11 health. Oh god. There's a ferry at the back or something. Okay, but it's still attacking rank by rank. Everybody else. Okay. He's doing bleed at least. He's the most vulnerable because he doesn't have shield. So who's hitting him? Both of these two. Hey, Draco Siegfried, how you doing? I'm good. Trying out a new game. Always fun. not always fun, but usually fun. Have you played this one before? Good, good. Nope. Me neither. First playthrough. Okay, let's give him some more shield because he is getting hit. Probably for what, 13? This is mouse only, but if we play this, no reason not to, then we can apply more shield to him, so he's good there. Still got lots of stamina between them. So rush does almost no damage. But let's just got it. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. I have yet to use this ability. I guess it does cost us a point of will though, so yeah, whether that's a good idea or not, I don't know. Okay, here comes the damage. Okay, he's wrathful. So yeah, he's wrathful, so he's doing double damage. Nice. This dude is attacking the mouse for 8. Lies winded. Next turn lose 1 stamina for every stack of winded, and then winded is removed. Okay. It's a bit overwhelmed getting that. Don't know. Can we 5 damage, 8 damage? Hang on though, if the mouse plays it, he's doing double damage. This is it's not quite a one-shot kill because of the defense. But what if we do and we do that? A kill? Well. Okay, and then yeah, because this rank is the rank that's attacking. None of these guys are attacking this go, which gives us a bit of a breather. So let's. Oh, this gains pacified. Stand by 1 each turn. Don't know whether this just means he's not going to be able to play any more cards this turn. Is fine. Find out. Then we'll strike. Oh God, can we not do? Yes. Oh yeah, double damage again. Damage again, and then that's some charge. Oh, charge with double damage. That's going to be a fun time. That will be a fun time. Okay. So moves to a random vacant position, deal 12 damage. If he's got bleed, deal 6 instead. Does not. I have no way to give him bleed. He's doing 12 damage to the mouse. He's doing 6 damage and applying 1 bleed to the mouse, which is bad. But I can withdraw the mouse, and then he's going to be fine. Back there. Actually, I should probably separate them rather than putting them one behind another, because given that they've got kind of the stabby attack. I think we're okay now. So, I don't know. I keep them in the same row. I've got the longsword coming up, so let's keep them in the same rank. Let's get rid of some more damage to him. Play guard, why not? Let's brace on the mouse. Done. Evaded because the mouse moved to the back rank. Deals 8. Yeah, I see. This is why I should not have put them one in front of the other. Deals 8 damage to the opponent's lane. If any opponent hit receives vitality damage 1. Although we've got plenty of defense, so that's alright. Unless he hits first, which he might do, but actually we are gonna kill him. Let's burst. Yeah, I reckon let's burst. Go to the lane. Ah. It's okay, I clicked the right one. I was thinking rank. Lanes, ranks. Using. That will break his defense, which is nice. So yeah, so he's only doing 8 damage. Both those guys, but they've got plenty of block, so they're fine. He's in the front rank, so we'll use that. 6 more damage. Oh, I should have done it with him. Double damage would have killed. Okay, doesn't matter. He's dead next go. Okay, Florence. Equipment! Both of those. What equipment did we get? These. 5 damage attack 3 times. Okay, so I'm basically picking one. But this is two-handed. If I get rid of that, 5 damage 3 times. With those two rather than the longsword, maybe? How do I even do this? So yeah, we could do that. Or we can give... Maybe we give him the exquisite sword. He has the ability that can add charm. So our Barry's going to dual wield axes. And our little mouse will have an exquisite sword that kind of feels more thematic as well. Card. Rested, remove all winded. For every stack removed, gain 3 restoration. It's fine if we get winded, but if we don't get winded, it's kind of a useless card. Flanking strike, deal weapon damage if the only opponent. Deal weapon damage if it's the only opponent in the lane. Plus 10 damage. Yes, we'll take that. This hasn't been crossed out, but I'm assuming. We got it. Okay. Anxiety. Subterfuge is beginning to take its toll on your brothers. The constant need to remain alert is wearing on their resolve. Party takes 5 damage. Let's try and avoid taking that. Hidden gem. Get a random upgrade token. Buy cards. An upgrade token. Sounds good. Again, more money. So again, let's try and put it on a card that we are always gonna play. Is such a thing. I mean, this we would always play because it's free, but it only gets played once because it's got banish on it. I guess there's no reason to play this. So let's put it on. Okay, Blackfoot Stash, a chance to offload. Who did the unneeded wares? Plague Doctor. Medicine. Sounds like the thing we need. The masked vacant face of the Doctor turns to follow your approach, otherwise motionless. Their outstretched arm clutches a pole with a strange lantern atop it, dimly illuminating a set of waxy vials. Salves, the Doctor murmurs in a coarse voice. Amp keeps them fresh. Can I do you for? Lose 150 florins, gain a salve. Your 10 vitality reduces by 2 each time this card is played. Is that permanent or just for the combat? Assuming just for the combat? Take that. Can we, if that's a, is that in our deck then? How does this work? That's a skill. Okay, all the cards are skills, either skills or weapons. Talent is the thing I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah, it's fine. So that's in our deck. Off-duty guards. These silly louts reek of booze and other wicked activities. Leave them to their devices and they'll probably pass out, but you could brush them aside if needed. If we let it expire, it spawns drunken guards. Is that a bad thing? Okay, no, so basically I think it means it's a combat if we do it now. Otherwise, if we could leave it, then they would be fine. But we got to do combat here anyway, so let's take these guys. Oh. No, okay. Did get rid of them. Fair enough. Mentor, modify your deck. Blackfoot Contact, a chance to heal. Oh my god, yes. Although this was expiring in 2 turns, I could have taken one of the others first. That might have been more sensible. Blackfoot Weasel brandishes his arsenal of foul-looking concoctions under his cloak. These beauties are for some Ender gold cloaks, but it looks like you could use some of this. For the pain, that is. He hands you a familiar-looking bottle, carefully armoured with fine crafted leather. It's my last bottle. Okay, select character to heal. Oligaunt. Tastes foul enough that you wonder if he really did just poison you. Offering thanks, you look up to find him already vanished. Okay, nice. Altar, a chance to improve. Crossroads. We have to clear street to that depth anyway, so we'll take the altar. You're navigating some narrow shortcuts when you hear a crash behind you. One of your party has stumbled through a rotten wooden wall. Peer in and see a humble cedarwood shrine. Smells like home. No sign of inhabitants and the candles are freshly lit. You erected it. Choose a character, plus 15 maximum vitality. Wenderly, I think. Especially if that gives him 15 extra vitality as well. It looks like it did. Okay, Crossroads. Smithy Tavern or Monastery. Provisions. Hire party members. 450 florins that we do not have. Or heal up. Let's heal up. Heal party members. Oh no, we don't have... did that tell us we needed florins? Well, if it did, we're paying attention. And now, I guess, we are at the first boss, or almost at the first boss. A safe house for you and your fellow loyalists. Slip through here into the next street. Okay. Right, Spitter. Famous among the criminal underground in Dawn's Point, this mouse packs a poisonous punch for his size. There must be a bounty on your head. Okay, just can't. Oh, how does this work? Hang on, we can click on it. Can we? Can. Weirdly made, but they look like they could take a hit or two. No, unplayable. This card cannot be selected. Okay, so we're fighting Spitter. Let's go. Oh, God, we're starting poisoned. Oh, and poison increases in this game. That is horrendous. I'm guessing they stop us hitting the character behind them. Wait, why is this in our deck? I thought we put this in our stash. We can't play it. Oh, I assume that meant it was not in our deck, but that was a faulty assumption. Okay. 8 forceful blow. Putting our shield applies to vulnerable. Uh, 10 damage to a random opponent rank. Okay, let's brace him. Shield. Who do we want to take down first? So we've just got to take down the barricades. Okay. Turn. Oh my god. Oh my god, they did a ton of damage to him already. Okay then. Lightning shot deals 8 damage to an opponent. If the poison stacks are 5 or greater, deal additional damage equal to the stacks. Oh god. This is not good, is it? No. Target enemy rank. This place we can. Okay. Let's play that. Draw some more cards. Wait. Anything? What happened? Card for each each of my characters in the back rank. Where is each enemy character in the back rank? Okay, let's you to the back. Different row. Worth using this now? I mean, I guess if we don't hurry up, we may just be dead anyway. Well, no, I can't bring myself to use it now. God, this is brutal. be targeted, but can I target a lane? Again, I guess not. But let's see. Cover, okay, no we can't. Oh jeez, okay. We survive this. Mouse, why have you got 0? Oh, because I used his ability to move him back, didn't I? Damage to everything though. Let's. Oh wait, still. Oh god. Lane. Let's do some damage to him. Okay, we're gonna break that now. Now, did that put vulnerable on anything? Stacks of vulnerable equal to marked item members of their party. Doesn't look like it. I don't know whether that's because these are barricades. Anyway, it's what it is. What do we want to do here? I guess we want to just deal weapon damage 8 from him, 5 from him, okay, so him. Hang on, remove all stacks of bleed, poison, everything basically, and gain a bunch of defense. Okay, we should probably. Oh, but that's only him that can do that. Mouse is in trouble. But I think we should do that now anyway. And then we'll do flanking strike on him. Wait. You're not behind barricades, I can't find you now. Yes, thank you. God, so much defense there. And I guess we just hit you again. This doesn't do anything. So, we're gonna end our turn. It's the mouse lid. Oh! No, he dies. Dies to poison. Oh my god. This is brutal. And I guess we can't use that because the mouse is dead. Alright, this is not looking so good. To say the least. Okay, play that. Discard that because we can't use it anyway. That helps with rush. So, well, we're just going to try and take you down. We can play both cards, which is good. Now the enemies are on different ranks, so they are taking it in turns to attack. 13. 8 plus 6 does it. For more, or I put more block up. We've swapped them to another position. Brace, I guess. Probably should do, but at some point I need to start hitting stuff. Brace. Let's try and break this down. Do I want to move him to the front? If I move him to the front, the card that does more damage from the front would be easier to play. Oh, I can't. He's got no willpower left, so. Play guard. I think we will be lucky to survive this. Heal. Is it even worth trying to heal? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have enough attack cards either in this deck. Heal, we're gonna hit because we've got to get through that. It's probably stupid. I'll probably just kill myself. Nearly. Oh my god. 10 defense, 8 damage. I'm dead. Cannot survive this. It's gonna try and at least some damage to that massive pain, and then I will die. Brutal. Brutal. I wonder if we needed to recruit a third party member. We won 5 combat encounters. We won 0 elite combat encounters. Rates completed 1. 22 cards in our deck. Lost 2 party members along the way. Finished with 220 bonds. Earth's multiplier 1. Score 80. Okay, so there is some meta progression. So our score is our XP. Don't know what we get when we level up. Presumably something to help us. I don't know whether any of this stuff will carry over to the Mouse and the Bear next run. Maybe it does. Mouse, tier 2. Barrage. Deal 2 damage 4 times, and it's gone. These cards will spawn in future campaigns. Be sure to look out for them in future. Okay. So some better weapons. That's probably a good thing. Okay, nice. So that does give us some benefit. Still 2 tier 1. Not sure what pushed the Mouse to tier 2. We level him up more than the Bear? I don't remember. I guess the Weasel was the character we could have recruited if we had enough florins. And then these other characters we will eventually get to, hopefully. Alright, well, that was our first playthrough of Banners of Ruin. Did not get very far, but guessing that's probably the point. You probably do need some meta progression to start getting further in. It seemed quite nice. I really like the art style. It's pretty nice. The combat itself reminds me quite a lot of Gordian Quest. I don't know. One of them stole from the other. I guess all these games liberally borrow ideas from each other. But yeah, interested to give that another go and see whether we can get a bit further next time. But until then, thank you everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, this is Media Limey signing out. Bye for now.